The Australian Parliament returned early Monday with speeches and a moment of silence for those killed in the Bondi attack by an Indian-origin father-son duo. Well, the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, condemned anti-Semitism, pledged ongoing support for victims and announced plans to honour the bravery of first responders. Well, for more on this, we're joined by Asia 1 correspondent Annette Lee, live from Coffs Harbour in Australia. Annette, thank you so much for joining us. So just how did the MPs and the Prime Minister respond to this condolence motion?
They returned to Parliament at least 2 weeks earlier than they normally would, and it was a special day for politicians to offer their condolences. Many of them wept as they offered those condolences, and one particular MP had a written statement from one of the survivors of the Bondi attack, and he warned other politicians in Parliament that it was pretty graphic when he described how his friend had grabbed her children and she'd thrown herself to the floor covering her children whilst bullets and body parts were flying past her. So it was a very emotional day and something that I hope we won't have to see anytime soon.
And Annette, what specific actions did Parliament prevent future acts of hate and violence?
Well, tomorrow they begin debating the two bills that have been put forward. Originally, it was going to be one bill that addressed the gun ownership issue here in Australia, and attached to that basically a hate bill that would stop people from issuing hate speech. But they've decided to split the two issues into one, because there is some doubt as to whether the hate speech bill will actually make it. There are various issues with regards to vilification on religious rights and also protests. So tomorrow will be the very first moment that they will debate the gun bill, which will almost certainly go through. There's very little opposition to that. As for the hate speech, that may be a different issue altogether.
And can you explain the new category of honours announced for the first responders as well?
Well, I know that very soon after the incident, Anthony Albanese said that there were so many people there who deserved honours. So the Governor-General has, with Anthony Albanese, announced a new honours list, which will honour first responders, people who went to the victims' rescue, so that includes surf lifesavers, people who opened up their cafes so that victims could run to them. And the Governor-General will accept nominations from the general public. So it's not just politicians who are going to make this decision. It's going to be ordinary Australians who see that this amazing act of humanity was able to come to the surface at such a traumatic time. And that's a theme that I think most Australians want to see in the future out of this awful tragedy.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Annette.